Hey sis, are you tired of showing up for everybody, doing everything right, and still feeling drained or frustrated or just disconnected? I want you to know that you're not alone and you're not broken, okay? And today I want to talk about something that I've been sitting with for a while. I've been with this for a long while. And this is why your cup might feel empty even when it's full. Yep, we are going to talk about emotional overwhelm, burnout, and why the real answer might be for you to pause and not push through. Pause and not push through. Okay? So, we've all heard this. You can't pour from an empty cup, sis, right? We've heard this. But what I've come to realize is that most of us, we're not empty. Uh-uh. We are overflowing with other things. Yes. So like other people's expectations or the pressure to perform or overcommitment or unprocessed emotions or decisions that we've made in survival and not alignment, right? So we have become the last drop in our own cup. And it's no wonder that we feel disconnected or we feel exhausted or like we're off, even when we're doing like all the right things. And this starts early for us, sis. Like early, like from childhood. Because from childhood we're taught, stop crying. It's not that bad. Shake it off. And we do. We do, and we push and we numb. And then we just grow up functioning and not feeling until one day our bodies start speaking for us and we just don't know that it's speaking. So for example, stress, that becomes migraines. Yeah. That constant tension in your neck is not just a bad pillow. It's that emotional weight that you're not releasing. Mm-hmm. And anger becomes weight gain. Yeah. You know that not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're carrying what you haven't been allowed to express. And then you got sadness that becomes shut down because not crying doesn't mean healing. It just means that emotion goes somewhere else, somewhere deeper. And then what happens is that it turns into fatigue or hopelessness or apathy because unfelt emotions don't disappear. Yeah. They just sit in your body. They sit in our bodies waiting for acknowledgement. So this is why it's so important for us to just not try to just self-care our way out of burnout. We actually need to feel our way into healing. So when I first started learning how to pause, it wasn't cute and it wasn't clean and it was hard and it felt wrong because I was so used to pushing through. But over time, day after day, month after month, year after year, I started noticing what was actually in my cup. Yeah, my cup. And it was a lot of stuff. And I had to start releasing what wasn't mine. And when I started doing that, it was the first time in my life that I felt like I had space for me. But this didn't happen overnight. No, it's been years of practicing, years of learning, years of me messing up and trying again and again and again. And it's why I feel so grounded now. And why I teach mindfulness because I lived it. I've walked it. I know the power of that pause from the inside out. I know the power of it. So socially, we talk a lot about abundance and peace and joy. But what we don't talk about is that they can't live in a cup that's already full of clutter, sis. Yeah, they can't. So before we fill our cup, we got to empty it. We got to empty it. We got to empty the guilt. We got to empty the shame. We got to empty the roles that no longer align with us. So that way we can pour in truth and stillness and in ourselves again. So I want to ask you something. What's already in your cup that needs to be poured out? Let me ask it again. What's already in your cup that needs to be poured out? And what are you carrying that's not yours anymore? You might want to sit with that as a journal moment, and that's okay. I want you to know that you're not too late. You're not broken. You're just ready, okay? You are ready to clear the space and choose you again. And I hope that this message gives you the permission to begin again, sis. I hope it does. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button. leave me a comment or share with somebody who needs a sacred pause, or you can do all of those things. I'd appreciate it. Okay. And I want you to know that you're going to hear from me at least once a month. That's what I'm committing to right here with messages like this, that we're going to go beyond the surface. And I want to go into your soul. All right. And if you're ready to practice this in real time with me, then I'll be having the next round of my mindfulness series starting in August. Okay. You'll find all the details, the registration link, the date, everything is going to be in the description below. And this is a series that we take everything, like things we talked about today and more, and we're going to actually live it. I'm going to teach you the tools that you can utilize to live it. Okay. And yesterday I am wearing my sis. Y'all see I got my Sis You Matter tee on. Why? Because you matter deeply. You do always. And this is a message, and ones like pause and don't push through, that are a part of a bigger movement that I'm building, because I want to remind you who you are and what's possible when you lead from within. Okay. All right. That's enough of my ramble. So thank you for being here. Thank you for pausing with me. Until next time, be well, be gentle, and keep choosing yourself, sis. All right.